Here's how I make $100,000 per year in investing in real estate. Hey guys, my name is Del Luang and I've been investing in real estate for the last 10 years. Today, I want to walk you through a simple example to show you that how I earn about $100,000 per year in investing in real estate. I'm going to pull up the spreadsheet and we can go through a case scenario. So here I have the spreadsheet. So for the last 10 years, the property I purchased have been ranging about $500,000 to $700,000, right? So let's say a scenario of $700,000. So this is case scenario, case number 1. And this is the year. And property price. This is the percentage increase, right? And this is the changing price, new price, let's call it. I'm just making this up as we go along. So let's say this is year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Let's center this so it's easier to see. So in the case number 1, we purchased the property for $700,000, right? And in the Greater Toronto area for the last 10 years, it has been around 12%. Let's say we assume 10% increase in the property value. Typically, when I invest in real estate, I aim to hold it for about 10 years. The reason is that because obviously the market tends to fluctuate. It's never a straight line upward, right? So by holding it for that 10-year period, I'm giving it enough time to capture the gain and take the average out of it. So let's say first year we bought the property for $700,000. And you know you take the proper step and you manage to make the property cash flow positive. We're not going to even factor in the the rental income that you're collecting. We're only looking at the gain itself, right? So let's say 10%. So I'm going to put 1.1, and the new price is going to be equal to that $700,000 increased by $70,000, right? So year 2, we're going to start with $770,000. And because we have experienced a 10% increase average, not year to year, right? Some years are higher, some years are lower. So I'm gonna just pull it down to replicate this, right? You can see that by the 10th year, the property value with an average of 10% increase would mount up to about $1.8 million, right? So with that value, the average is roughly around $110,000 per year. So we can do that simple math here. So this equal to this value, which is the price of the property on the 10th year. And we purchased it at the first year, right? And the difference would be the 10th year price minus the first year price. And the gain would be about $1.1 million, right? And that would be the gain for the 10-year, the average gain. And initial year 1 price. And this is the year 10th price, right? And if I take the average of the it's the 10th year, it's $110,000 per year. So that's how I get a $100,000 per year gain in the rental property that I invested in. So let's say, typically when we invest in real estate, we're a bit more conservative. You don't necessarily take the 10% year-to-year gain as an average, because obviously nobody can predict the market. The market could go up, could go down, and we saw that in the year 2022, right? The real estate market took a bit of correction, and in this year 2023, I see that the price is stabilizing, and I don't know what's going to happen. It could steadily pick up, or it could continue to go down. But I know that for the long term, the likelihood of it having a gain is in a good chance, right? So when I invest in real estate, I usually assume about 3% gain, right? So let's call this case scenario number 2, right? So I'm gonna do that again. So here, I'm just gonna copy this to make it easier, right? Increase new price, and I'm gonna copy this. So same thing, case scenario number 2, except that we're gonna work with the 3% gain a year over year. So we're buying the same property for $700,000, right? And it's gonna be 3%, so 1.03. The new price is gonna be this value times the 3%. So I will get about $21,000 in the first year gain, right? So then this would be the new price. Again, I'm gonna do this. I want you to keep the number nicely aligned. There you go. So I'm gonna drag this down for 10th year. And I'm gonna drag this down. So at the end of the 10th year, the property value will be at about $940,000, right? So same thing. I'm gonna do this quick math here. Year 1, year 10th would be equal to this value. Year 1. This would be equal to, no, the first year, which is this price here. Okay, and your gain would just be your 10th year minus the first year price. So roughly around $240,000 of gain. And the average on the 10th year would be, that is the average of, let's see here. So roughly 240,000. So divided by 10, that would be about $24,000 per year. So we can do that as well. Average 10th year. Just gonna take simple math, right? Equal to this divided by 10. That will give you $24,000. So this would be the average equal to this divided by 10. About $110,000, $111,000 per year. So another thing I want to point out is that because initially when you purchase the property, people always think about the return on your investment, right? So you typically put 20% down if you were to purchase a property in Canada as an investor, as an investment purchase. So 0.2. So you put down about $140,000 to buy that property. And if your gain is, so this is your initial down payment, right? With this down payment and your gain, your return on investment would be this per year in 10. So that would be, oh, I think I got this wrong here. It will be the average price, average gain divided by the initial down payment. Yeah. So that will give you about 80% gain per year. That's amazing. I mean, of course, the work involved when you invest in real estate comparing to the stock market where you don't have to do anything, but you have very little control over it as well, right? So if you manage a 10%, market average of market gain in 10 years, you're getting an 80% return. That's, you're basically almost, eight times the money that you put in, right? Comparing to a more conservative approach where you are, only getting 3% gain per year, right? So let's look at that scenario. So 3% gain. So your initial down is still your initial down payment is still $140,000, but except that your gain is only $24,000 per year. So your return, your ROI, return on investment, is going to be this value divided by your initial, and that gives you about 17% in percentage return. Right. Which is be equal to this times 100. So that's about 17% return, assuming the 3%. So to me, that is a lot better compared to just putting your money in the stock market or having your mutual fund company, which through my experience, I really ever get about maybe a few percent per year, and after all that fee they charge, right? So that's why I picked this vehicle to invest for the long term, and so far it's been giving me really good return for the last 10 years. I hope this is something that would interest you, and feel free to leave a comment, ask questions. I'll be happy to share what I learned, and hopefully you have an interest in this and look into it further. Okay, that's it for now, and I will provide more content like this, and hope to add value to you. Okay.